Have you ever been scrolling online and just had this feeling that the internet is getting, well, dumber? Like it's being flooded with this kind of digital junk food? Well, that feeling is exactly what we're diving into. We're calling it digital slop. And it's this tidal wave of AI-generated content that's kind of quietly poisoning our online world. So yeah, let's get into it.
I mean, it's a weird question to ask, but it's one we seriously have to start asking ourselves. That angry comment you're about to reply to, that glowing product review, heck, even that new ebook you just downloaded, was it actually made by a person? Or are you just talking to a really well-disguised piece of automated slop?
Okay, so let's put a real name to this stuff. What are we actually talking about when we say digital slop? Think of soulless slop as content that has zero purpose beyond just existing, seriously. It's not made to inform you or to entertain you or to connect with you. It's just there. It's designed to fill space, to grab your attention for a split second, and to pollute our online conversations. It's creating what's been called a black hole of meaninglessness, and the amount of it is it's truly staggering. How staggering? Well, get this. Some studies are now suggesting that almost half of all internet traffic isn't even human. It's bots. And a huge chunk of those bots are the engines just churning out this digital slop we're talking about, flooding everything we see at a scale that's almost impossible to imagine. And the thing is, you've definitely seen it. It's hiding right out in the open. It's in those bizarre, low-effort short videos that just feel off. It's the endless stream of generic AI music that's swamping Spotify. It's entire YouTube channels that spring up overnight, using those creepy robotic voices to read stolen or just plain made-up scripts. It's a whole ecosystem of fakes. But this stuff isn't just soulless. It can be dangerously wrong. And that's because the AI making it has this one fundamental and really critical flaw. This phrase right here, it just nails the real danger. The problem with AI isn't some sci-fi movie evil robot. No, it's that it is confidently incorrect. It presents pure, made-up fiction with the unwavering authority of a world-renowned expert. It just fills in the gaps in its knowledge with stuff that sounds plausible. And this chart just lays out the difference perfectly. A human creator who actually cares does the hard work, right? They research, they cite their sources, and, this is key, they admit when they don't know something. A slop AI? It just scrapes whatever data is already out there, invents new facts to make its story sound better, and then presents the whole thing with absolute certainty. Here's a perfect example. Someone used an AI to research brown dwarfs, the astronomical objects. It came back with pages of super fascinating information, only one problem. It made a ton of it up. It confidently described these things called brown dwarf superstorms, which don't exist, and went into detail about the nature of their insides without a single source, just because it sounded scientific. And this is where the danger really, really escalates. See, a lie from an AI doesn't just get told once. Oh no. It gets plugged into this self-perpetuating cycle that can slowly but surely chip away at our shared understanding of reality. So this is how the nightmare loop works. It all starts with one AI just inventing a fact, like those brown dwarf superstorms. Then that fact gets published in some low-quality AI-generated slop article. And then the next AI that's crawling the web for information finds that article and says, oh, hey, a credible source. The lie gets repeated, it gets amplified, and all of a sudden it starts looking like a verified fact. The end result is content that someone perfectly described as being like grown-up kids in a kindergarten. On the surface, it looks legit, right? It uses big words, it's formatted nicely, but underneath, it's totally hollow, built on the foundation of unverified and, a lot of the time, completely invented information. And look, this isn't just about silly internet trivia. It's now creeping into the most serious fields imaginable. We're actually seeing scientific papers being submitted with hidden text that's specifically designed to fool AI reviewers. It's fundamentally corrupting our library of human knowledge right at the source. So, why is this all happening? What is the point of flooding the world with all this junk? Well, it all boils down to the single most valuable resource on the internet today: your attention. That's the grand prize. Think of all the attention in the world as one giant pie. Every single minute you spend mindlessly scrolling through soulless slop is a slice of that pie that is not going to genuine human creativity or real meaningful interaction, and as you can see, the slop is gobbling up the biggest piece, and the consequences of this are very real.
When our feeds are dominated by cheap, easy-to-make slop, it becomes economically impossible for real humans to create high-quality stuff. We end up less informed, more easily divided, and we lose that genuine human connection that the internet was supposed to be all about.
But listen, this future isn't set in stone. It's not inevitable. We are at a crossroads, and it's totally up to us to choose a different path forward. And the alternative is to champion a really simple principle: content that is made by humans for humans. It's this core idea that what we read, watch, and listen to should have integrity. It should have a purpose, and it should have a real person behind it who actually cares about the truth and about you, the audience. I mean, quality just takes time. That's the bottom line. While a piece of slop can be spit out in seconds, creating something that has integrity takes real effort. It takes hundreds of hours of research, of fact-checking, of real people caring about what they're making. And that effort is what separates actual knowledge from just noise. So, what can we actually do about it? Well, it's really a two-part answer. First, we have to consciously choose to support human creators. Follow them, share their work, value the effort they put in. And second, we have to get better at being critical thinkers. We need to question our sources, look for evidence, and learn how to spot the telltale signs of that confidently incorrect slop. Ultimately, the future of the internet isn't going to be decided by some algorithm. It's going to be decided by us, by the choices we make every day, the content we choose to consume, and the standards we demand. So the real question is, which path are we going to choose? Stay curious and stay human.